Hey, amazing you. Welcome to my video. We are going to talk about doing life on your terms, what I like to say, doing life by design. Are you tired of trying to follow scripts, formulas, templates, funnels, sales scripts? Are you looking for a way to make more sales in a way that feels natural to you? In a way that feels aligned with who you are, your values, what you care about, what's important to you? Are you one of those people like me who will not do anything that doesn't feel right for you? You can see other people doing it, but you're like, that doesn't feel right for me. You probably even attended the meetings. You've attended workshops and seminars and you've invested quite a bit. But there's something you're like, that doesn't feel right for me. Well, you are watching the right video. Because for me as well, that's what started me on this journey. You see, I come from a healthcare background. I did nursing for many years, and in that background, there is nothing like being a businesswoman. There is no training, no inclination, no alignment to doing sales. If anything, what you learn is how to follow what somebody else is doing. So, becoming a leader, starting your own business, was the biggest challenge of my life. But I remember one day having to face my fears and my own bias. Because you see, I had to learn at that time that it's not about the industry I was in, it was not about the NHS, it was not about the private hospitals I worked with, it was not even about anybody that was around, it was my decision. I had to step up and level up my own game. So I decided, you know what, I'm going to try business. So I tried funnels, I tried templates, I tried different things, and it just wasn't working for me. And of course, don't get me wrong, there are times because I'm one of those people, I don't shy away from a challenge. I'll try a sales funnel. And I remember working actually with an affiliate marketing a speaker. And the way he explained it, I was like, that makes sense. If you're going to do affiliate marketing and use a sales funnel or a sales template, make sure if you are promoting somebody else's products that the colors are in harmony. That was a really that was just life changing for me because I realized that's where I was getting it wrong, because I would work with another company and then the way I would get the client to the next step, either they dropped off or something wasn't working, so I wasn't making any sales. So anyhow, what I love about my journey is sometimes I go back and I think, what did I not do right? What could I have known then? Because it's good to learn from your mistakes, right? You save yourself a lot of time. So, anyhow, going back to you, would you like a more natural way to make sales where it doesn't feel like a used car salesman or somebody who's just trying to convince somebody else? Because I realize, even for me, that if I'm trying to convince somebody, it's because they're probably not interested. And I'm going to show you something. I got a product from a family member. I just need to find it somewhere here on my table. There we go. This product, right? It's a wearable device for my fitness to keep track on my sleep patterns, my exercise. This is a charging device, and that's the wearable. I'm not wearing it at the moment because I need to charge it and reset it. It was playing up. Now, listen to this. This is very important to understand because there are so many people trying to convince somebody, trying to manipulate somebody to buy what they're selling. They don't realize what is the point. And I remember even learning from another coach, because I have my own coaches as I coach others, that if you're trying to make somebody to buy something they're not interested in buying, you're wasting your time. It's like, what's the point? You're just going to get a headache. And no, it's like, do more of what's not working. No, it seems to work for some. If you've got the time and the resources to keep trying, all good for you. But here we are talking about doing sales that doesn't feel like sales, that it comes naturally, that it's just like having a conversation, like we're having a conversation here. You are probably in this place in your life. Let me go back to the wearable device, by the way. Do you know why I agreed to start wearing it? It's because I'd already been thinking about it. I'd already been studying what do I want to use as a tool to support my wellness journey. And I'd already done some research. Yes, so it is important to understand before anybody works with you, they've already done their research. People who are motivated, people who lead their own lives, people who are highly motivated, they've already done the research. So even as you're watching me now, you've done the research and you are probably thinking, she's different from other coaches. And that could be a good or a bad thing because some people, when I work with them or try to work with them, they think I have to be like everybody else, and that's not for me. I don't want to be like anybody else because I'm different. I'm wired different. The grace on my life is different. I'm a spiritual coach as well. So everything that I do in my coaching is from a spiritual place. Like, if you are a business owner, you could be an architect, you could be a consultant, you could be a surgeon, you could be a doctor, you could be a dentist, you could be an accountant, you could be a lawyer, you could be a nurse, you could be a teacher, wherever your background is from. This is what you will have to understand, that this is not about doing what everybody else is doing. It's to do things the way you want to do it. And that's why you're watching this video. Because you don't want to follow somebody else's method. Absolutely makes sense. You could learn from it if you want, absolutely. You can even spend some money to learn how they're doing it, go through all their paperwork to understand. Or you could do it your way. So on my journey, after working with different templates, I'm trying them out and they weren't working. What worked for me was doing live streams where I'm actually speaking to my clients or my potential clients one-to-one. Like now, as you're watching me, I'm speaking to you, and I said at the beginning of the video, amazing you. Because I want you to understand that you're so amazing that you can work this out. And as a spiritual coach, as a business coach, it is about creating a solution together. Not me giving you my ideas, oh, do it this way and that. No, 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 no. I don't want us to overlook your genius. You are wired different. That is why we are all different in the marketplace. Nobody's like you. And there are people who want to work just with you. There are people who want your products and your services just with you. When I first understood this, it has been life-changing for me. I realized that is where confidence comes from. Confidence doesn't come from trying to be somebody else. No way. It is by being you, being true to yourself. In fact, one of my clients, coaching clients, she said, I have to be different. And I encouraged her and I said, absolutely. When you are in your zone of genius, that's the real you. Because you're not trying to impress anybody, you're not trying to follow whatever everybody else is doing. That is why we have different products that come in the marketplace. That's why we have innovation. That is why we have AI and all this. Because all of us are different and we all bring different solutions to the marketplace. So I want to inspire and encourage you to work with me. Ideally, we can start with 90 days. That is up to you. Or we could do a VIP day, or we could do a masterclass, or we could do by email. No problem. The important thing is we do a discovery call because we are going to co-create a solution that's just for you, bespoke, unique to you, because you are a genius all by yourself. And you already know that. You don't need me to remind you. We want to use the uniqueness that you have to provide solutions to your customers and your clients that are completely different from everybody else. That is how we stand out in the marketplace. That is how we become unique. We are not like a copy of somebody else, where everybody else is saying the same, but you're like, no, I don't speak like that. So if you want to know more, like how do I add another 150K to my business this year? How do I add another 7 figures to my business this year? You are in the right place. But what we're going to do is we're going to talk about what your priorities are right now. We're going to go on a discovery call and we are going to work out a solution that is bespoke just for you, because you're not like everybody else and you already know it. And I also want to say, you know what? It's never too late. You don't have to be stressed out like before, because I also understand, just like me, when I walked away from my healthcare career to start being my own, running my own business, running my own company, I wanted to consider, where will my health be if I continue working like this? I had to decide that. I don't want to continue working like this. And don't get me wrong, it was amazing to support so many people from so many backgrounds, from intellectual scientists to stay-at-home moms to students. Healthcare is an amazing industry to start your career from, or to even launch your business. What I realized is I didn't want to be working long hours anymore. And I had no business clue, but I was willing to decide to learn, understand what business is about. So I've done different things. I've done handmade jewelry. I've done, oh my goodness, so many different things because I wanted to understand what it's like to be in business. I didn't want to be depending on the organization I was working in. So it's about creating a solution that is just right for you, that is bespoke to you according to your gifts and talents, according to the way you're wired, according to the way God knows you. So I'm kind of also like a midwife to you, supporting you to accomplish your goals. I'm like a destiny help. I'm like your dream team, being a part of that. Because why be like everybody else? No way. Why be like everybody else? I also realized I wanted to have more time with my family because relationships matter. I'm a huge advocate of family and relationships. Some of you, I want to work with you to reimagine your mother daughter relationship, to rediscover your family, to love your family again despite all the setbacks, because many of you may not understand that there are some relationships in our lives that are for life. And when your time comes to leave and transition to the other side, hopefully to go to heaven, and you don't even have to wait to go to heaven, you can start experiencing heaven on earth now. That is why we're talking about this, right? Where you start living in that place of energy, it's light, it's love, it's joy, it's peace. You start having heaven on earth now. People think it's after you die. Actually, you start experiencing heaven now. I'm so grateful by God's grace. I started creating heaven for myself now, where my life is a life of peace, where peace guides my life, joy, rest, doing my own thing when I want. It wasn't always like that. I didn't like business. I didn't even want to be on YouTube. You'll notice some of my videos that I've done because I just wanted to get started. It's not about how perfect my videos are. I just wanted to get started. I wanted to get into the habit because I knew speaking is on the horizon and this is the year I'll do more speaking. I wanted to do more speaking. So I realized, okay, what's the best way? Live streams and go on YouTube. I avoided YouTube for such a long time, and I know it may not even seem like it's true. Even I can't imagine I used to be like that. But I decided, you know what, this is what I want to do. This is the next thing. And I felt as I prayed about it, like just, being led in a gentle way. It's time to go on YouTube. You see, what I also decided, I'm going to cut back on social media because it takes too much time. It's too time consuming. So working with me as a coach is doing life from a place of joy, a place of rest, a place of peace where you're not competing with anybody else, where you're not watching anybody else. You're so focused on what you are doing, the products and the services that you provide, serving your customers and your clients at such a high level. It doesn't matter what anybody else is doing. You haven't even got that energy to be distracted. But what you're doing is showing up in the right places consistently, becoming great at what you do and starting now. Because you see, we can never be great at what we do if we don't get started, right? So you have to start. So I want to invite you on a deeper journey. If what I've been saying resonates with you, you're like, you know what, I want to work with somebody like this. Somebody who wants to co-create with me a bespoke coaching program that we're going to work together on. That is just unique to you. Nobody else is doing the same thing. Nobody else, just with you. Then there's a link somewhere down below. I want you to go to my page and sign up on there. And we will have a call. I will speak with you on the phone. And we'll just go through some things that you want to accomplish. And then we make a plan. It can be 3 months, it can be 6 months, it can be 2 years. Because all I want you to consider is this. What is the lifetime value of getting to the place that you always wanted to be? What is the lifetime value when you work with me? Your business is in a different place. Isn't that going to be amazing for you in the next 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 years? because you made a decision now to work with a coach that is unique and working just with you, who is not like anybody else. Imagine what that looks like. Imagine because of working with me, your relationship with your daughter is so much better. Your relationship with your parents is so much better. Your relationship with your ex is so much better. Or your relationship with your current partner is so much better. Imagine what that is like because you're working with a coach who is serving you at a deepest level. It's not superficial, no fluff, no nonsense, but we are working together because I am making time for you and I'm holding you accountable and supporting you to accomplish the journey that you have decided you want to be on. You're like, I'm tired of the stress, I'm tired of comparing myself with anybody else. Imagine what that will look like in a few years. Maybe you're not even married yet, or you want to be married, or you want to remarry. And because you're working with a coach, a holistic coach who has a healthcare background, who values health, holistic health, because you work with somebody like me, imagine the person you become, able to attract the right partner for you, a great relationship, no insecurity, no drama, no nonsense, just an amazing relationship, a dream relationship. Imagine what that is like. Imagine moving into your dream house. Yes, because I want you to see that heaven on earth is real for you. You can decide that because that's God's plan for us. It's written in John 10, verse 10. Yes, I came that you may have life and life more abundantly. Jesus came to give us a place we can do life from a place of rest, where you are not involved in things that you cannot do anything about, publicly anyway. One of the things, there are some world issues that you can think about and want to, try and fix, but you actually know honestly you can't. And that may mean you're going to learn more in the coaching, what you can do. It is such a powerful way a lot of people don't realize. If you can't fix certain things, there's a way to play a part that is so transformational. You're gonna want to know what this is. You're gonna want to know. So listen, get in touch with me. Let me add one more, by the way, one more heaven. Imagine having a home where there's so much harmony. You are no longer making yourself sick because you are stressed out about everybody else. You are micromanaging your family, micromanaging your juniors at work. Imagine getting to a place where you're no longer micromanaging everybody else, where you now understand what your priorities are, where you start to take care of you. Because sometimes women, you can make yourself ill because you're trying to fix everybody else. Things that they need to fix for themselves. Your part is to only support them a little bit. You can support your adult children without ending up with some long-term illness. Remember, Coach Meg has a healthcare background. So imagine getting to that place in your life where you have the excitement you want, you have the joy that you want, you have the adventure that you want, you travel around the world, however heaven feels like for you. Creating heaven on earth for yourself now because you are at peace with God. You've let things go. You've understood the power of releasing negative energy. Letting things go. Letting people learn from their own mistakes. Just none of that. No more. Listen, get in touch with me. There's a form that you can complete and we'll do a discovery call. I'll speak to you soon. Bye for now.